Hey guys, welcome to Cats Out the Bag. Make sure to subscribe, and if you want to watch the whole thing, you can watch it on YouTube or listen on Spotify. Hello guys, it's Robyn and welcome back to Cats Out the Bag. Or welcome to, some of you might be new listeners. This may be the first one you've ever listened to. If it is, definitely hit that subscribe button. We have just passed, well, we actually passed 25 subscribers, but 4 people unsubscribed, so now we're on 21, which is a shame. But anyway, road to 50 subscribers. I've just hit 100, no I haven't. I've just hit 10k on my main channel, and I'm looking to get 100 on this podcast channel by the end of the year. I was going to say 1,000, but I've realised I've only got 1 month left, and I feel like that may not happen. So anyway, if it does, obviously I'll be so grateful. Like, let's blow up one of these videos, and if it's this one, welcome everyone. Subscribe, hit that like button, and yeah, let's keep growing because I need a new background. I don't know if you can tell, but the background isn't great. I don't know if you're listening on Spotify or watching on YouTube, but I'm currently on my bed. For those of you who are listening on Spotify and can't see me, well, yeah, I'm on my bed. I know, life couldn't get any better. Anyway, yeah, I do want to make a little setup. Problem is, I live at uni, so it's not like I have the most room to be creative, but I'm gonna try for you guys. I'm gonna try make it all cute and cozy. I feel like a cozy podcast is always a nice one, isn't it? Some people do like really fancy setups, but I love like a cute cozy one. Love watching people just like sat in bed chatting, you know. I was thinking of doing one with my mum who's coming up this weekend, but I don't think she's gonna want to do that, or one with my boyfriend or maybe some of my friends or something. I feel like that'd be quite a nice addition. So yeah, maybe I'll do that. Leave any suggestions of people you want on the pod down below. I do have one of my, well, maybe 2 of my friends coming this weekend, so we could do like a little 3-way podcast. That would be really cool. But yeah, anyway, so should we just get into the podcast? So in today's episode, I'm going to basically be talking about relationship dilemmas, basically answering your guys' dilemmas. I have 15 questions here, so we may be here a while. I don't know, maybe that's what people want. If you want long episodes, again, you're going to need to let your girl know, because I don't know what everyone wants to be listening to. I've got some that are like 20 minutes, some that are like 30, some are 40. Actually, I think the longest one's maybe 35, so this one will probably be a bit longer. Anyway, yeah, so I normally do a bit of a life update at the start of my pods, because I normally film them like, so well, today's actually only a Tuesday, so I'll update you from last week. Last week. So it's last week was Halloween, which was really exciting. Love a bit of Halloween, honestly. It's like thing is, I'm a very like cozy Christmas girl. Like, that's what I love, like sitting with a nice hot choc, watching a nice film. But then I do love dressing up like Halloweeny, so that was also really fun. So I dressed up as a vampire and went out on the Friday. I didn't go out on actual Halloween, but yeah, it was a really great night. So yeah, George came down here, we both went as vampires, and we did have, well, I've got a video on my real main YouTube, which is called Robyn Emily, like a get ready with me for the Halloween. So I mean, that should be up by now. I know I haven't posted it and it's nearly a month after Halloween. That's actually awful, but who even cares? Who cares? Like, it's just basically a get ready with me. I'm just gonna Halloween edition get ready with me, basically. But yeah, so we bought teeth and we bought eye contacts. The teeth worked amazingly well. I kept them in all night, but the eye contacts were just not a bit of me. I didn't film that bit, but I tried putting them in my eyes. I got it in, but I couldn't get it back out again, and I thought, my goodness, if I can't get it out sober, how am I going to get it out when I'm drunk at 3 a.m. in the morning? Not gonna happen. So scrapped that idea pretty quickly and we took them out. But anyway, we're 5 minutes into the pod and I haven't even got onto the topic. So yeah, as I said, we're going to be doing dilemmas today. So I did actually put a poll up on my story to basically like talk about in this podcast. So yeah, I thought that'd be a bit of fun. I do this like most weeks. Well, I do it weeks when I'm like doing dilemma podcasts and things, but yeah, I haven't done it for the last couple of weeks, so I thought I'd do one for this week's episode because it's just a bit of fun, isn't it? Lovely. So the question of this week was, how much time should couples spend together on average each week, right? So I just put it on my Cats Out the Bag story. I only did this 16 minutes ago, so it hasn't actually got that many votes in yet. So I'm gonna give you the stats now, and then if I remember, I'll give you the stats at the end of the episode to basically see like if it's changed at all in the next hour. Not that many people have voted, obviously. I only have 22 followers on the Instagram, but if you want to get involved in all of these like votes and things, then definitely check it out. It's just literally called Cats Out the Bag. So yeah, please do check that out. It would be great. Be very handy for me. Then I have more people voting, and I do post little snippets over there, like teasers and things like that. So yeah, check it out. And it's always a fun time over there. But yeah, so I was personally, so the different choices were 1 to 2 days a week, 3 to 4 days a week, or 5+ days a week. And the thing is, I didn't really give much context to this. So personally, I'm in a relationship and I see my boyfriend like 2 to 3 days a week, because I'm at uni and he has a full-time job. So yeah, I always see him 3 days a week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So yeah, it's a tricky one, because I know that if he was at this uni, I'd see him 7 days a week, you know? Like there's no day I wouldn't see him. And like if we were moving in together, obviously we'd see each other every day. So like a married couple kind of thing, you know, obviously they're gonna see each other 7 times a week. So it's a bit of a tricky one. I don't know why I didn't word it properly, like, because at this age I'm only seeing him 3 days a week, and I probably will for the next 3 years, unless he like moves to my uni, which he might just do, I don't know. But yeah, like obviously in the future I'm gonna want to see him more than 3 times a week, you know? Oh my gosh, so TikTok have just created a new page where you post like Be Real, so that's quite exciting. They've completely copied them. I didn't know that was the thing you could do. Anyway, so yeah, I would say probably, I don't even know how to answer this, because I would have said beforehand, I would have said, oh yeah, I like married + days a week, but now I'd say 3 to 4, sorry. So I actually voted myself, and I voted for 3 to 4, because that's, in my current situation, how much I would want to see my, well, not want to, but realistically can, you know? He's got a full-time job. I mean, it'd be nice to see him midweek, like for example when I came back from university for the week off, I saw him like probably 5 times a week, because I stayed at his on the Sunday night, he came over to me on Wednesday, and then we also stayed together on the weekend. So it just really depends on your situation, but I would say ideally 5 days, I reckon, because then you have 2 days to do your work like on your own, catch up on sleep, things like that, because I know that my boyfriend snores and I do not sleep as well when I'm in the bed with him. Like I sleep really well just on my own. But anyway, let's get into what you guys said. So okay, it's changed since when I last looked, but so not many people have voted, as I said, and it is completely split 50-50 between 3 to 4 days and 5+. So that's a tricky one, because I actually voted 3 to 4, so I kind of messed that up a bit. But there were more votes, like excluding mine, there's more votes for 5 days a week. So I guess that's really healthy, to be fair. Like that's a good amount of time to be spending with them, but it's just how you incorporate it in with your life can be tricky. But yeah, for those of you who voted 5 days, that's really sweet. And yeah, I really hope that you're getting to see your partner 5 days a week, because you are lucky if you are, because I am not. Anyway, I will update you what the poll count is. Poll count, is that the right word? Maybe what the poll is looking like at the end of the pod, if I remember. But anyway, should we get into the actual dilemmas that you guys, well, dilemmas / questions that you guys have like sent in? As I said, this is going to be a long one. I've been talking for 11 minutes already and I haven't even got into it, so let's just get into the pod. So, I've been with my partner for a couple of years and they forgot my birthday. I waited all day for him to acknowledge it, but it's the next morning and he still hasn't said a word. What should I do? So, you've been together a couple of years and they've forgotten your birthday. First of all, in a relationship, how can you possibly forget their birthday? I know that with my boyfriend, like, I'd be saying, like, oh my god, it's my birthday tomorrow, like, I'm so excited. Like, there's always a lead up. Like, he would have got you a present. He would know that your birthday is next week. I mean, if you're living together, been together a couple of years, I don't know. I feel like you live together, because otherwise, like, I don't think you'd have noticed as much that he hadn't realised that it was your birthday. But I'm sorry, that doesn't make any sense. If you're living together, it's written on your calendar that it's your birthday, you know. How can you not see that? And also, people would have been coming around all day. You're saying, like, you wait all day for them to acknowledge it, but by the next morning they still haven't said a word. Surely you were seeing people on your birthday. Did you not have plans on your birthday? If you had no plans, then, well, I'm sorry that you had no plans. Upsetting for you, unless you didn't want any, but, you know, you might have been relying on his company for your birthday. That's actually really bad that he's forgotten that. I'm sorry, that's not even funny. That's so bad. I can't believe that. So I'm just trying to, like, get to grips with this. How could he actually forget? Like, you've been together a couple of years. You would know your partner's birthday a couple of years into the relationship. You know it by heart. And surely he's been planning something. Like, you don't just... Oh, it's so confusing. Right. Next morning, they still haven't said a word. Personally, I would have said, like, why didn't you say anything? I would have woken up and been like, 23. Oh my goodness. Wow. Or like, oh my goodness, I've just turned 23. I can't believe that. I still feel like I'm 18. Like, you know, I would have said something like that if you had a bit of a feeling that he'd forgotten, and then he'd be like, oh my god, happy birthday, babe, or whatever. But I just really hope that it's not like a deeper meaning and he actually did just forget. Like, I'm just hoping that, you know, he doesn't want to end things. And because I've seen so many places where that say, like, boys, when they're trying to, like, when they feel like the relationship's over, they make you break up with them rather than breaking up with you because it's easier. So I just hope he's not trying to do that, because that would be horrible if you've been together a couple of years and then he's just like, oh, you know what, like, just like forget her birthday, that's an easy one, and then she'll probably break up with you. I can just picture him talking to his friends like, oh yeah, you know, like, her birthday's coming up, I don't want to have to buy her anything because I don't like her anymore, and they go, just pretend you don't know, and then you get out of it easy. Like, I just hope it's not like that because that'd be horrible. But yeah, I don't really know what else to say. Like, this has obviously happened already, so a couple of years, I would just say something. I would absolutely say something. It's a tricky one. You know what, I'd be tempted to end the relationship. I'm not even joking, because they can't even remember your birthday after a couple of years. I mean, some people would see that and think, well, what's the big deal, like, it's just a birthday, but I don't think so. I think that's quite a big deal. I don't know about you guys. I think it's a big deal. I wouldn't be very happy if someone forgot my birthday. Like, who was that close to me? Like, he might even be living with you. If he's living with you and he's forgotten your birthday, I don't even understand how that's possible. Okay, anyway, I'm going to move on to the second one because I don't really know how to answer that one. I'm really sorry. I'm very aware that that answer probably wasn't the one you were looking for, but yeah, I don't really know how else to answer that one. I'm sorry. Anyway, so me and my partner haven't really been having much sex lately. When I sat him down to talk about it, he said that he wanted to experiment and asked me if I'd be happy to open up the relationship for a trial period. Okay, so all I can imagine this means is he's thinking that he wants an open relationship, like, as in where you can, like, sleep with other people. I don't think that would work, personally. I mean, I don't know, I'm no expert in that because I would never do that, but I can't imagine that would go well, opening up the relationship. And I'm not gonna lie, if my boyfriend said to me, like, oh, should we, like, sleep with other people, I'd be like, no, I don't think so. That to me would again be enough to end the relationship. I know I keep saying that, and I'm really sorry that I keep, like, ending your guys' relationships. That's not what I'm meaning to do. It's just that is absolutely a sackable offence. That's just, I'd like an open relationship, please, thank you. Like, no. And also the fact that you were the one who arranged the sit down, like, chat about, like, what was going on, and then he comes back and says, I'm just assuming this is a he, by the way, like, I don't actually know your gender, just assuming. That's really bad, sorry. Don't know, but I'm gonna still say he because I've started. I'm gonna stick with it. Ask if you'd be happy to open the relationship for a trial period as well. Do you think that's just someone he wants to sleep with? Like, open for a trial period? No thank you. Like, absolutely not. You can stay with me and we can sort this out, or we can end it. Your bloody choice, man. Like, oh, I hate that. What? For a trial period as well? Like, how many people is he gonna sleep with in this trial period? I really hope that I've, like, understood that correctly. Like, if I've misunderstood that, I'm sorry, but open the relationship, surely that can only mean an open relationship, no? I don't know, but I'm not exactly happy about that one. I don't think that's just not nice. That's really not nice at all. Oh my god, you poor thing. I don't like that. Would you be happy to open the relationship for a trial period? Right, so what you're going to do is you're going to sit him down and you're going to say, look, sweetie, okay, this has obviously already happened, so I don't know what your initial response was to this, but I can't imagine it was too long ago. But I'm just thinking, like, ask if you'd be happy to open the relationship. I would sit him down and just say, look, hi, so I'm very aware that you want to open this up. I know that we haven't been having much sex lately, but maybe it's because I'm busy at work or whatever the reason is. I don't know your guys' relationship. You guys do though. And I'll be like, look, this is what's happening in my life and I've been really busy at the moment. I'm really stressed out. Look, I'm sorry, I just haven't thought to do that. Sorry, it hasn't been my main priority, and in the future I promise to put you first, but I really don't think that opening up the relationship is the way to solve that. Like, I know we've been a bit distant lately, but that's not the solution. And maybe just say, like, I would want to know personally, so I would probably say, like, I'm just curious, why did you suggest to have an open relationship? Is there like a specific reason? Do you think that would benefit us at all? Just like properly sit down and have a mature conversation, and then you'll get it out of him, because he might just go, oh yeah, like I was just thinking like the sex is a bit boring or something. I don't know, he could say anything, just wanted to spice it up. God knows, I have no idea what he's thinking, but at the end of the day he's thinking something, and you want to get it out of him what it is, because it's not very nice just having no idea what your boyfriend, you said your partner, I don't know how long you've been together or anything, but I feel like you've been together quite a long time, because you wouldn't suggest an open relationship that quickly into a relationship. I'd say you must have been together a couple of years, but I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't want to be staying with this guy. That's just my personal opinion. I just don't think that, no, absolutely not. Would not want to be with this person after hearing that he wanted an open relationship. That's just, I really wouldn't. I'm very aware of my ears today, they look really big. Ow! I got a new piercing and I've just literally nearly ripped it out. Anyway, I'm going to move on to the next dilemma before I cry about that one, because that's actually really sad that you said that. I actually sometimes really don't like men. Men! Why am I assuming it's men? Oh my god, again. I've just done it again. It's because all of these stories that you hear like this, they're always about men online. Anyway, I need to stop assuming things because there's no genders in these. So, the next one is... oh, by the way, I'm moving on to the next dilemma. I really hope that you solve that, and like, honestly, it just doesn't sound like fun, but I really hope you can, you know, find a way out of that one. I'd personally leave the relationship. I don't know how long you've been together, but anyway, next dilemma, number 3. Oh, this is a big one. Oh my goodness. Oh, I feel really underqualified to be talking about this. I mean, I know I say it in my intro or wherever I say it, I don't know, but just a disclaimer, I'm not a professional. I do not know what I'm talking about, and yeah, don't take all of my advice to heart. Don't take it and do it necessarily unless you agree with it, because I'm not a professional. I wish I was. That'd be quite a fun job. I feel like I'd be a good therapist. I don't know, but anyway, on to the dilemma. So, I, female 25, on my wedding day, this is why I said it's like a big deal. On my wedding day, found out that my partner, M27, had an affair. So she's 25, he is 27. When I confronted him about it, he swore that it was over, and I believed him. Okay, well, okay. So, okay, there's more to this dilemma. Let me read the whole thing. Oh, hang on, I've read this really wrong. Okay, let me start again. So, on her wedding day, 25, so I, female 25, on my wedding day, found out my partner, M27, had an affair. I confronted him about it and he swore that it was over, and I believed him. The wedding was all paid for and my guests had already arrived, so I thought I'd just go through with it as I believed him anyway. But now I'm starting to have second thoughts as I'm really starting to think into the affair that he was having before we got married. What should I do? So basically, this girl found out that she was basically being cheated on her wedding day, but I don't know how long he'd been cheating on her for, goodness knows, they've probably been together for a while, but she found out on her wedding day. He said basically, it's over, hun, in the past, don't need to worry about it, I swear, I'm really sorry, it's over, it's not happening. She believed him, and then they basically just got married anyway, as the guests were there and the wedding was all paid for. So this is a tricky one, because she's now having second thoughts. I would personally be quite wary about this one, because obviously, think about it this way, if no one had arrived and it wasn't paid for, then you wouldn't have gone through with it. If you found out a couple of weeks before the wedding, you would have probably called off the wedding, and that would have been that. But the fact that there was everyone there was a lot of pressure on it, and you were like really pressurized, like he was saying like, I'm sorry, this isn't, whatever he was saying, and you've just basically gone along with it and gone, okay, right, I forgive you, it's fine, let's just get married, and now you're regretting it. Who knows how long ago this is? I don't know how long after this is, so who knows? But that's a really difficult situation, because Oh, she's saying, what should I do? So I would personally probably just, you need to be mature about this. This is your husband. Like, you've got to take this really carefully. So I would probably sit him down and just say, look, Darren, I've made up that name. That's not his name. Just go, look, Darren, since our wedding day, I mean, I'm really happy to marry you. You're a lovely guy. You know, love you to bits. But since our wedding day, I just have had this sick feeling in my stomach since you told me that you'd had an affair. Or I don't think he told, I don't know how she found out, but she found out. Okay, since I found out that you had an affair. And all of the information's running around my head. I just really just want the straight facts. How long were you having an affair for? Who is this person? Do I know them? Were they at our wedding? And are you honestly putting this in the past and over it? And I would ask for those 3 questions. And if he comes back and says, yes, they were at your wedding, I'm really sorry, it was one of your cousin's friends, then I'll be like, they were at my wedding. The person you were having an affair with was at my wedding. And I'll be like, go away. Fuck you. Get out. But maybe if they weren't at the wedding, obviously that's better. I would rather they weren't at the wedding. That'd be a lot better. Because if you know that they were there watching you thinking, I've slept with your husband, ew, horrible, no. Don't even, that's actually disgusting. But yeah, so I don't know, that's a tricky one. And when you ask how long ago it was, if he says, oh, it's been a couple of years, don't know how long you guys have been together, maybe you've been together 10 years, who knows. He's been having an affair for like 2 of those years, absolutely not, get lost. That's just not okay. I really think that it's just a really tricky one, because obviously you're already married, so yeah, it's really difficult. You're married, you guys are married, you'd have to get a divorce. You can't just break up with him, like, you've actually got to get a divorce. That just puts so much stress on the relationship. It makes it a million times worse than it needed to be. Because if you weren't married, you could just be like, right, okay, I don't think we should see each other anymore, bye, get lost. But you can't, because you've got to actually go file for a divorce. Or you don't. You stick it out and you learn to trust him. I personally could never trust him again. If I knew that someone had cheated on me, that would be it. No thank you. Oh, yeah, I don't know what you're going to do about that one, but I personally couldn't deal with it. As I said, I would ask those 3 questions and I would leave. If the person was at the wedding, it was longer than a couple of times that he'd slept with her, like a couple of weeks, no. And if he hesitated on the last question, he hesitated when you said, like, oh, do you think you're definitely over it, you're going to settle down? Absolutely not, he can get lost. That's personally what I would do, because I cannot deal with a cheater at all. I'm the worst. Like, if someone breaks, I'm one of those people, I will trust you until you give me a reason not to trust you. And something like that is a huge reason not to. So, yeah, I'll be saying absolutely not. Bye. Okay. This next one's also about cheating. Wow, there's been a lot of cheating dilemmas. Also, I know I said at the start 15. I don't think I'm going to be able to get through 15 because I'm already half an hour through my podcast. There's no way that I can film 15. I've done 3. So I chat a lot more than I thought, apparently. Did not realise how much I talk, but to be fair, 10 minutes of it was me just rambling about nothing. Maybe I'll do like 2 parts or 3 parts even, because this is going to take a while. But I'll obviously post them on separate weeks. So I think I'm going to probably stick to 5. I'll probably do 5 in this podcast, because that's taken me a lot longer than I thought. So, okay. I have been with my partner. Okay, this one doesn't have any like age ranges or gender in it, so it's a bit harder to get to grips of. Oh yeah, in that last one, 27-year-old, and he was cheating. Sorry, it's actually sackable. It's so sackable. Anyway, number 4. I've been with my partner for a little while. Okay, I wonder what a little while is. Is that like a couple of months maybe? I reckon that's like 2-3 months. And I found out he cheated in his last relationship. Oh, sorry, it's a he. So I don't know who the person writing it is, but the person who cheated is a he. I found out that he cheated in his last relationship, so that's quite a big deal to me. I wouldn't be happy with that. It wasn't that he was unhappy or that there were any problems in the relationship, he just slipped up. Should I end the relationship? So she's considering ending the relationship. I guess it's so much easier when you're only 2 months in. Like, there's not, I mean, yeah, there's feelings there, but it's not like years of history, you know? Like, 2 months. I would personally say that's a huge red flag and I'd just get out now. 2 months, I mean, 2 months of your life, that's like nothing in the grand scheme of things. Or you could get with this guy and 3 years down the line he could cheat on you. I know he might not, but personally to me that's a huge red flag, and I just don't think it's even worth risking it. I really don't. If he cheated on someone, I don't know how long he'd been with his last girlfriend, but or boyfriend, I would just get out right now. No. I'm just thinking about, like, oh, excuse me, tired. I'm just thinking, right, I'm gonna put myself in your position. So just started seeing this guy, been talking for like 2 months. Okay, he cheated on his last girlfriend. Did he cheat on her with you? I wonder. Oh, that would be tricky. If he cheated on his last partner with you, I would definitely say get out, because then he's just going to do the same thing to you. Well, he might not, but people say benefit of the doubt. When it comes to your life and relationships, I don't think so. I think if there's a huge red flag, you get out. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I have a bottle here, I'm just holding it. Anyway, so the people on, if anyone actually listens to my pods, then some things I say won't make much sense if you can't see the picture, because I'm obviously on YouTube as well. So yeah, subscribe to the YouTube. Anyway, so I would say if he cheated if his last relationship was like 5 years long and he cheated in the first year, I would probably say just stick it out, because, like, you know, he might have been really young. Like, I don't know how old you guys are, because there's no age range, but if he's like 20, then he was 15, basically. Well, he could have been like 15 when he cheated on his last girlfriend, which I personally wouldn't think too deeply about, I don't think, because he's probably just experimenting, he's a bit younger. If he cheated on me, different question, like, get out. But cheating on someone else that you don't even know, I don't think that's as big a deal if it was that long ago. Anyway, if it was like recent, I'd say absolutely, but like within the last year, because you've got to think about it. If you've been talking for a couple of months, he could have cheated on his last girlfriend this year, which would be a huge red flag, because there's no way that he's changing if he's cheated on his last girlfriend in the same year that he met you. It's just not gonna change, is he? Anyway, I think I would probably end the relationship. It's just a nice easy one. I feel like that's just, you've been together 2 months, you know, it's not really that hard to get over them. People always say it takes half the time you were together to get over someone, but I don't think it would take a whole month for you to get over someone you're with for 2 months. I don't know. It depends. If he's a really amazing person and you really like him, maybe just stick it out and stay with him and see. I mean, at the end of the day, it's your choice, it's your decision, but I might even sit him down and just say, look, I know you cheated on your last girlfriend. How long ago was this? Like, I really need to know. I'm sorry, I don't think I can carry on with this relationship unless I know all of the facts about this. And I would probably say that, because I'd really want to know. I like knowing things. I'd rather be in the know than not know what he's talking about. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say I would end it with him, unless you have some really strong feelings or just like adore this person. Yeah, let's leave it at that, shall we? So, the next, oh my god, I'm so tired. It's literally 3 PM on a Tuesday. I don't know why I'm so tired. Okay, oh my goodness, why are these all cheating ones? We've literally got a whole cheating podcast here. God, some people have some really unlucky stories. I'm very sorry for you guys. Anyway, so this is the 5th dilemma. How long have we been filming for? Like 35 minutes. So I said that this would be a nice long one. People like hour-long podcasts, so why don't I just give an hour-long podcast? Should we do that? Should we just keep going? Okay, I'm happy to keep doing dilemmas anyway, so... Oh well, okay. I found out from somebody else that my partner had kissed someone else. I thought that we were both happy and there seems to be no reason for the kiss. What should I do? So, for reference, I'm 18 and he's 20. So, I don't know. if you're boy, girl, boy. I know there's a boy because she said he is 20. So he's older than you, and so you're 18 and he has kissed someone else. And you've also found out from someone else, so he hasn't been honest with you. Personally, I would dump him based on the fact he wasn't honest with me, and I would personally, I mean, obviously the cheating as well is not exactly ideal. I mean, it's a tricky one. I don't know how long you've been together again. It is just a kiss, but I know if my boyfriend kissed someone else, I wouldn't be saying it's just a kiss. I'd be saying go live on the streets, because you're not coming near me with those lips again. If someone has kissed someone else, they're not kissing me again. No way. Like, absolutely no way. That's just no. I think you just need to have that respect for yourself, you know? Like, you don't want someone who's kissed someone else since you've been together. Ew. Ugh, the more I think about it, it's making me feel sick. Like, you do not want that for yourself. When your children are asking, like, imagine when your daughter is sat there going, Mummy, like, okay, she's probably not saying mummy, but she's probably like, Mum, like, this boy I'm seeing, she's just, like, kissed someone else, like, and we're together, so, like, what the hell do I do? And you'd probably say, dump his ass right now. You'd say, get as far away from him as you can, and you cannot be saying that if your husband, sitting in the next room, knows full well that he's kissed someone else. No. I'm sorry, but that is not okay. Like, you don't just go around kissing other people. It's just, the more I think about it, the more it actually makes me so angry, because I heard this, which podcast was I listening to? Sex Lies and DM Slides, and Danica was like she was on it, I don't know, a feature, whatever. And she basically said, why would I settle for something that I wouldn't want in my husband? So there you go. You're not going to settle for something from someone who's like, no, you're not going to settle for a cheater. That is not happening. I'm not having people settle for cheaters. No. He's cheated on you. Bottom line, he has cheated on you. And would you want that from your husband? No. If you were married for 20 years and then he kissed someone else, there is no way that would happen. Like, if you're fully in love with this person, they're not cheating on you. No matter how far away you are, no matter where you have been, if you're out without them, you're not cheating on them. That's just not how life works. So I'm sorry, but that's absolutely not an excuse. I know he's not got an excuse. Said there's absolutely no reason for it. So his reason was, oh, she's nice looking, I'm going to go give her a little snog. Like, oh, said you're both happy in the relationship and there seems to be no reason. I'd absolutely get out as fast as you bloody can. There is just... Right, my camera just died. So if I don't feel as into this podcast as I was into this dilemma, sorry, as I was a second ago, that is why. Kind of lost my train of thought as I had to go get a new battery. But what an idiot. Like, he's just jeopardised his entire relationship to kiss someone else. I'm sorry, but he's now lost you. Well, maybe you're going to go back to him, but I really, really hope that you don't. Know your self-worth, girl. Know your self-worth. There is just no reasonable reason. There is no reasonable excuse. Not that you even, like, no excuse is reasonable, but there is just no reason for him to be cheating on you. I'm sorry, but if he thinks you're not providing everything for him, then he can get lost, because you are. I know you are. That is just disgusting. I'm sorry, but people are just... Ugh. Some people, I just don't even understand how their brain works. Like, how does your brain work for you to think, oh, she's good looking, I've girlfriend, oh, she's not here, she's at home, mate, let's go get with her. Girlfriend's never going to find out. Well, she bloody did, and now you lost her. Dumb. I'm sorry, I'm getting really into this. If you're the one listening who's cheated on someone, then actually just sort yourself out, because that's not okay. You don't go around cheating on people. No, not okay. Anyway, I'm going to do one more dilemma, and then I'm going to end it there, because this is just getting a bit much. And then I'm going to do the other load, however many, in the other pod. So I'm going to film 2 right now. So yeah, you're going to have all of these 15 dilemmas read out, but the next one will be coming out next week. So keep your eyes peeled, everyone. So, my partner, F19, so female 19, told me that she had sex with somebody else. Her excuse was that they were both extremely drunk and they both seemed sincerely sorry about it. What should I do? Oh my goodness. So if you thought I got angry about the last one, about a kiss, think how angry I'd be about this one. My blood is kind of boiling right now, I'm not gonna lie. I can't believe that people do that. Okay, so there you go. I don't know how old you are. She's 19. I don't know how old you are. I'm gonna say 20. I don't know, that was a huge guess. Her excuse is that she was extremely drunk. So they were both extremely drunk. I don't think that's an excuse. Personally, I know that if I'm going out clubbing without my boyfriend, which happens quite a lot because I'm at uni, I personally will be messaging him throughout the night, checking in on him. You know, it's just not very nice to go out and just not be on your phone all night. Like, just not checking up on anyone. Like, I just don't think that's very nice. If my mum messages me good night, I'll reply to her, you know? Like, I just don't see how you could possibly be in a situation to have sex with someone else. Like, surely your partner's messaging you while you're out? I don't know. I personally would be. I'd be like, oh, I hope you're having a great time. Like, send a photo of what I'm up to. I don't know, but I would want to be updated throughout the night. Like, when they get to certain places, what we always say to each other is we say, like, if we're going out, like, when we go to different places, so say we're going to Wetherspoons for drinks, I'll say, oh, I just got to Wetherspoons, oh, just leaving Wetherspoons, walking to the club, just left the club, now I'm back home, you know, like, key updates like that. I feel like that's nice. And I don't know if you guys are doing that, but if you are, then you've actually seen, well, I'm talking now to the girlfriend, she has seen your name come up on her phone and thought, nah, I'm going to put that away, I'm going to get with this guy here. Not only just a kiss, she has slept with someone else. No, I'm sorry, but that's not even an excuse. I'm assuming this is in a club, and it better be in a club, because if you're drunk around some guy's house, no. No! Why are you getting drunk with another guy? This is just weird. I always say, once a cheater, always a cheater. If they've cheated on you once, they're going to do it again. Like, they know they got away with it, so you're going to have to just dump them. And if you find out someone has cheated before you're with them, this goes out to the other person who sent in the dilemma. No, absolutely go away. No way you coming near me if you've cheated on someone. That's just not okay. Positive vibes only around here. There's absolutely no way that that's okay. It's just, I can't believe that people actually think that's okay. Oh, I would so end the relationship. I don't know who wouldn't. I would always say, like, I don't care if they seem sorry. They made the mistake. There is no way that I could sleep with someone after they've slept with someone else. Like, if my boyfriend cheated on me, the next time we, like, even kissed, I would actually feel sick to my stomach knowing that he had kissed someone else. Ugh. That is so gross. I can't believe that you're even considering. Like, the fact that you wrote in shows that you're considering it. I mean, at the end of the day, it is your decision, but I would always say no. Go with your gut. You actually ask, like, should I stay with her? Which means that you feel like you shouldn't, I reckon. That surely means that you feel like you shouldn't be staying with her and it's not the right thing to do, because otherwise you wouldn't question yourself. I really don't think you should stay with her. I don't think that's okay. I really, really don't. That's just not something you do in a relationship. At all. Yucky. Yucky boys. Girls. And boys. Yucky girls and boys. I assume there's been both genders in this dilemma that have been cheating. Well, there have been, yeah. Yucky boys and girls who are cheating on their significant others, who obviously care a lot about them, because the fact that they've written in here to get dilemmas, to get advice, that's so sad. Treat people better, guys. Treat people better and they'll treat you great. Anyway, that is actually the end of today's pod, because I think that's rounding up to about 50 minutes, nearly. So yeah, nice long one. This is the longest one that I've ever done. It's now 4 PM. Yeah, that's been 50 minutes, pretty much, that pod. So, really, really exciting. I've never done one like that before, so. Oh, my first long podcast. I don't know which you guys prefer. Let me know if you prefer the long ones or if you prefer the short ones. At the end of the day, it's all your choice, so just tell me what you prefer. My flatmate has started playing music, so we are going to sign off now. And yeah, I'm going to go film some more pods. Anyway, if you did enjoy this podcast, if you're on Spotify, then give it a like and a follow, and if you're on YouTube, then give it a massive thumbs up and a subscribe, as that would mean the world. As I said, we're getting closer to, well, I'm trying to get to 10k, obviously. 10k, that was such a silly thing to say. I didn't mean 10k, I meant trying to get to 100 subscribers. Well, 1,000 is my goal, obviously, because that's when you start getting money off of it and it's actually a job rather than a hobby. So yeah, 1,000 subscribers is obviously the goal, but we'll see. I don't know how long it'll be until we get there. At the moment, current subscriber count, yeah, still 21. That's a shame, but realistically it's not going to change in 40 minutes because my main channel doesn't even change in 40 minutes. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to do a little update on the on the dilemma count. Let's have a look. So, okay, how much time should couples spend together on average in a week? Let's see what the final scores on the doors are. So, okay, it's changed. So now it is 60%, 60% of people said 3 to 4 days a week, and 40% of people said 5+ days. No one has said 1 day, 1 to 2 days. That's not even been considered. I guess it's literally no time. Like, that's just no. That's literally no time. Anyway, that's the end of the pod. I really hope you all enjoyed. If you did, do whatever I said earlier. Come on, let's do this. Let's get some more subscribers. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios.